Lead your tribe to the Gates of Mara. Encounter powerful elemental lords and vie for the most influence in each of the realms to establish your tribal claims. Thank you for joining me today at Tantrum House Studio. The Gates of Mara is an area majority worker placement game for 2 to 4 players, plays in about an hour and a half to 2.5 players. It's published by Wiz Kids and they sent us this copy to review. The main play area has elemental boards, an enchantment board, and cards and gems. Players each have a player board with standees and tokens. Here's a quick overview of Gates of Mara. The game is played over 4 rounds. In each round, players will be spending energy to place workers out at various locations, and maybe even spending more energy to take actions at those locations. Placing claims at the end of each round in the different realms, and earning points from abilities, enchantments, and objectives. On your turn, you choose one of your workers and spend the necessary energy, placing the worker on an available spot. The bottom of the workers have to match the place where you're placing them. Based on the worker you choose, you'll gain influence. Only your leader can go in the middle, and influences all realms. The champion or leader can go on these gates and influence the realms they're adjacent to. And workers on realm boards influences that realm. This is important because at the end of the round, players will be gaining claim tokens or placing claim tokens at each of these realms for whoever has the most and second most influence at those realms. And at the end of the game, after 4 rounds, whoever has the most and second most claim tokens at each of those realms will be getting points. The different spots on the realms grant the worker a benefit if you pay the necessary energy, like gaining elements or gaining banners. These banners go beneath your workers and basically upgrade those workers when they're placed out, giving you special things like more energy, points, caravans, or things like that. Placing caravans help you get more influence, points, or even resources. You choose what is available. Enchanters only go on the enchantment board. You can see that the shapes match. This is where you can purchase enchantment cards that you can also attach to your workers. These cards also award you immediate victory points, usually based on the round you're in, so 2 points if in round 2, and some give you even more additional points. 2 random elemental lords and a wanderer are also traveling around to the different realms during the game. The lords offer benefits that you can take advantage of when you place a worker in the realm that those lords are in, like getting a free resource, placing out a caravan, or things like that. When you go to the realm where the wanderer is, you can do an exchange, like paying resources for different things. Also, at the end of the round, you look to see if you have connected 3 or more figures or caravans to the realm each lord's at. You get a key if you do. And there are other ways of getting keys throughout the game. At the end of the game, whoever has the most keys will get 20 points. Whoever has the second most keys gets 10 points. There are a lot of points being awarded at the end of the game. Not only the keys, but also those claims at each of the elemental boards. In a 4-player game, there's a lot of boards out there, so a lot of points are awarded for each person who has majority or second most majority of the claims at each of those boards. Another way of getting points throughout the game is to try and achieve the goals for that round. They can be based on resources or keys you have or even what you did in a given round. Every game is different, so lots of replayability, not only because of the gameplay, but the cards and the workers and even the elemental lords. You only choose 2 of the number that are available to choose from in the game box. The Fire Lord is probably the more complex character. He competes with the players for influence in that realm. If you can place a claim in that realm, then you earn a fire banner that you can attach to one of your characters like you normally would. The player boards are pretty similar except for the specialist that offers just a little difference to your gameplay. Player count is a big deal in this game. I thought the game was okay at 2 players, but amazing, awesome at 4 players. I mean, you do have that worker placement aspect with the upgrading workers, which is cool in the game, but there's area control going on, so the more players, the more amazing this game is. I also love the upgrading of the workers throughout the game with the banners and enchantment cards. And you can tell a lot of thought went into the components. Not only are the bases of the workers different shapes, but they sort of match the tops of the characters too, so it's easy to recognize them from across the table. Okay, let's just go over a few minor critiques. I already sort of mentioned the lower player count, but also the influence markers. They were just a little fiddly for me because you are resetting them every round. And then the large elemental lords, sometimes they actually got in the way of gameplay. And personally, I wanted just a little bit more variety in the banners, but Melissa didn't think it was a big deal since it equals the playing field for everyone, and there are more variety in the enchantments. The illustrations are cool. I love the different fantasy tribes, dragonkin, elves, goblins, and antids. Theme-wise, I think this comes through as you're traveling to the different realms with your characters. Personally, I think the gameplay mechanics are a little bit stronger than the theme, but I see it. I personally really enjoyed my plays of Gates of Mara. If you enjoy area control games, if you like worker placement games, especially this sort of has that unique upgradable worker mechanic going on, then check out Gates of Mara. Wiz Kids did a great job with this one. And as always, please like this video and subscribe to Tantrum House.